Hi, welcome back. I'm going to have a look at some tapping ideas now. Tapping is such a cool thing, and it's a guaranteed way of sounding fast and flash without really having to do too much, to be honest. All the tapping I'm going to do to begin with is going to be done with the second finger, though. I hold the pick normally with the thumb and first finger. All the tapping's done with the second. Ideally, you want to be able to add it to any normal techniques that you have, so you don't want to have to, either put the pick down or put it in your mouth or whatever, So essentially, you hold pick as normal. That's the way I normally hold the pick, and then use whatever fingers you've got left to do whatever you can come up with. I guess the first time I heard tapping was Eddie Van Halen, obviously. So I'll show you a couple of things kind of based around that, and then we'll try and get a bit more advanced and funky with it. I'm going to start with starting the key of D minor again, as we started the first DVD off with. We're on the top two strings, playing the D on the 10th fret, the F on the 13th fret, and I'm going to be tapping the A, which is on the 17th fret of the top E string. Okay, so we have when I pull off with the third finger here, kind of pull into the hand. So for me, it makes sense when I tap to also pull into the hand. I see some people kind of pushing away, which is okay, except sometimes you might push it off the neck, which at the moment sounds quite cool. Oh, wow! That's really cool. Wow, you get 4 notes for the price of 3. Okay, I take back everything I said. Either pull into the hand or push away, whichever sounds cooler. Okay, so that's the typical ascending version. There's obviously the reverse of that, descending version. And then you get the combined up and down thing. To be honest, when you speed them up, there's not a whole bunch of difference between them. Certain players tend to favour one above the other, but I mean, I think you should practice them all, find out what works for you, basically. Now, to begin with, if you've never tapped before, you might find that your finger hurts essentially because you're not used to. You probably haven't got any calluses on the second finger. So one way I thought of that would help that was when I started practicing. I used to tap the note twice because I thought it would get tougher twice as quick. Kind of a silly idea, but it actually sounds quite nice. So. I should mention one or two other points about tapping it while we're actually here. I see a lot of people doing this kind of thing, and that's the result. Essentially, loads of open strings ringing. Really, as I said before, you need to keep the right hand as if you were playing normally. This needs to be a technique that you can just add to your normal playing. So if I want to tap, my hand actually keeps exactly the same position, just kind of moves up. So in other words, the side of the hand is still taking care of all those bottom strings. Okay, keeping everything quiet. So that's the main problem with tapping is actually keeping all the other strings as quiet as possible. So essentially, you've just got the top E string ringing because of that. Okay, so get the hand to stay, as if you've just been doing a load of palm muting Metallica licks or whatever. I don't actually know any, but and then however you can tap onto that note. What I generally find is I'll be tapping on the side of that middle finger, just like that. That's because of the angle that I'm hitting the string at. But that's perfectly fine. It's very important to be, if it's actually easy if you've never tapped before, then you can just kind of hopefully get all this stuff together. It's slightly more difficult for me to teach someone that's been tapping for a while, because they've kind of probably developed all these really bad habits and techniques that need to be eradicated. Okay, so bearing that in mind, there's the that's the four main things that I tend to use. Just generally going straight up, or straight down, or up and down, or the double. Might have actually got it from Randy Rhoads. I don't remember now. I think Randy Rhoads did it on a track or two. Now, as this is staying strictly within D minor pentatonic, there's no reason why we couldn't take that onto each of the 6 strings. So that would sound like this. Whatever pattern, I just used the double pattern on each of those notes. If you remember, the notes of the D minor pentatonic are going to be on the 17th fret of those 4 strings, 18th fret of the B string, and back to the 17th on the top E string. For ease of tapping, so a lot of players just generally stay actually on the same fret. Gives you the 9. 9's over minor chords, 9 are fine. You don't have to worry whether it's Dorian or Aeolian, because they both feature a natural 9. It's only if you get into the darker Phrygian that you need to worry about such things. So. Just thinking about some of the exercises I did on the first DVD, where I just went up 3 strings at a time. By adding the tap, sounds a lot more impressive. So I'll just slow that down for you. 3, and incidentally, we are actually using the 17th fret on each of these strings just to make it easier for the moment. 3 and a 4 and a. Obviously, you can do the same thing in reverse. Okay, so that sounds pretty cool. Obviously, we're playing out of one. There's a little line here in D minor pentatonic. You haven't necessarily got to do that one. There's you could try in octaves. In fact, there's the 10th fret here. You can see that the 10th fret is used on each of the strings. So an octave above that is going to be my 22nd fret. This guitar originally came with 21 frets, but I had this fret actually tacked on at the end, just for these very reasons. So if I do the same exercise, but I'm going to be tapping at the 22nd fret now. It's not perfectly in tune, it's slightly flat, but it makes me happy. I can get away with it, and that's cool. So it's exactly the same exercise, just if you know the notes of the D minor pentatonic round here, there's another bunch here. Sounds pretty cool around there. Now, as I mentioned before, it's really nice to add the tap to stuff that you already do. For example, there was a lick right at the beginning of this tape using open strings in E minor. So why not tap as well as the open string? Tap the 12th fret. I'll just show you the pattern there. So you start off with the B, tap the 12th fret, pull off to the B, pull off to the E, pull off to the open E. You haven't got to throw your arm back, I'm just losing the plot. On the B string, G string, D string, A string, and bottom E string. Hours of fun with that. Okay, let's try and add this to some other stuff we've done. On our first DVD, I did some stuff using D minor pentatonic, actually hammering like that. Instead of playing the A note there, though, why not tap the A note? Now, if you know what a pentatonic is, essentially 5 notes, so that's your whole pentatonic scale right there. So if you want to continue, you just use exactly the same shape up in the next octave. So let's try that a little quicker. I'm just going to put my girly hairband on this a sec. Okay, let's try that slowly together. 3 and 4 and... So hopefully you should see that it's the same as, just in octaves. That sounds pretty cool. Okay, let's stick in D minor for the moment. This time we're going to use 2 different shapes of the D minor pentatonic scale. Shape 1, which is going to be played by the left hand, and shape 3, which is going to be played by the right hand. Generally, I kind of use the second and third fingers for this kind of stuff. Sometimes I use the little finger. I broke the little finger skiing a while ago, so I don't use it as much anymore. It's not quite as good as it used to be. But for this sort of idea, it's probably second and third will be fine. I'll play the idea slowly and then I'll tell you exactly what's going on. Here we go. And a little quicker. Okay, so what we're doing, essentially, it would really help if the right hand knows exactly what notes you're going to be tapping. So if you can visualise shape 3 on the guitar neck, and just maybe even just try and do that, just because that's essentially what the right hand's going to be doing. So that's the beginning. Start with the A, pull off to the F, pull off to the D, tap the G, pull off to the D, hammer with the third finger on the C, and then you continue the pattern down. So this time we're on the F, C, A, D, A, and hammer with the third finger again on the G. Now we're going to be tapping the C, play the G, pull off to the F, A, F, D. D string now, so we're going to play the G, the D and the C, play the F, pull off to the C, hammers the A on the A string. Next we're going to play the D on the A string, play the A, play the G, play the C, pull off to the G, hammer the F, probably finish on the low D. So really slowly, let's try that together. 3 and 4 and a little messy towards the end, but you get the general idea. Let's speed that up a little more. 3 and a 4 and you might be asking, I wonder if we can ascend with that. In fact, you're probably not. You're probably going, no more. All right, let's try ascending with it as well. Now this is where all that practice doing comes into play, because the hardest part of this lick now is hammering with the first finger on the next string up. Kind of a nice little thing to mess around with. You're obviously not restricted to shape 1 with the left hand or shape 3 with the right hand. You can, spend as much time on this as you want. You could try maybe. I haven't tried this before. But I'm going for a laugh. I'm going to try shape 4. Keep shape 1 with the left hand so you can still see what's going on. But I'm going to try doing the exact same thing with shape 4. See how that sounds. Sounds quite cool. Try ascending as well. Ooh. And finally I'm going to try shape 1 and shape 5, just because I'm up here anyway. Fantastic. Hours of fun. Okay, continuing on with our adding the tap to things that we've already tried. In our first DVD, we did some stuff involving 2 pentatonic shapes glued together, and she did some string skipping. So why not add the taps to the string skips and see how crazy we can get? So the notes for the left hand, in case you haven't got the first DVD, and if you haven't, go out and buy it right now, are D, F and G. And then you have a C, D and F. And an A, C and D. I believe that's what we were doing. Now when we do this, we're actually missing out the note A. So we're going to include that now with the tap. And then. This is simply going straight up and down, so we'll just do this really slowly together. 3 and 4 and... This can sound quite good. Not necessarily today, but I'll do my best shot. Here we go. Obviously not restricted to those notes. Variety of other things you could do, I guess. a little messy, and I don't really sure what I'm doing. I read something recently that every fast lick starts life as a slow lick, and that wasn't actually a lick. That was me hopelessly flailing around, not really know what I'm doing, but trying to give you some idea of other stuff you can do. If that seems all a bit too crazy, then maybe just take that and start hammering on the 22nd fret. I do this sometimes live as well. It's kind of a fun thing. If you want to be really silly, you may even want to try some of these joined up pentatonic things, but actually with the right hand as well. I do actually put the pick down for this because there's nowhere to slap it really. And you probably, hopefully recognise that's basically shape 3 and shape 4 glued together. And then just shape 1 with the left hand, or shape 1 and shape 5, depending on how many notes you want, how many notes you want to hear. Okay, hopefully that's given you some wacky ideas. The tapping is obviously a great useful tool for adding to even simple trills. I sometimes forget this one, but this actually sounds really effective. Just by taking the notes A and C. If I try to do a trill with that, it's kind of all right, but it's quite hard work. So what you could do is that, which is sounds much more over the top, and you can keep it going for hours because neither hand is working that hard. If I do that and then take away the tap, you'll see how fast the left hand's going. And if I take away the left hand, so obviously it's just a timing thing. In this particular instance, it's really good that if you pull into the hands with both fingers, so the third goes in that way and the second goes in that way, to avoid them colliding, essentially. Kind of gives you sort of a Jan hammer, kind of, with the pitch wheel sort of nonsense. Final tip: if you do want to definitely play fast, but you think your fingers are never going to be able to play those kind of speeds, then what you can do is play half speed and get a delay pedal. So get some lines together that sound a bit like this, that kind of thing, and add a delay pedal. Hours of fun. That was just taking simple ideas. Which is really, really kind of not too fast at all, but you add the delay pedal. Delays are going at, if you're imagining going 1, 2, 3, 4, then the delay is coming in on the fourth 16th. So 1 E and so you've got the beat going like that, 1 E and 1 E and that's where the delay's coming in. So you can take a simple arpeggio. So you do that, and then delay pedal. Okay, so you can do some crazy ideas. Take it a simple scale. That's just based on a harmonic minor scale. which is actually the same little phrase in octaves, and add the delay pedal again. Instant loads of notes type nonsense. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this little series. If you haven't got killer guitar, then and you've enjoyed this, then you might find some stuff on there you like as well. And best of luck, and I'll see you on tour. Cheers.